Welcome to our deep dive, where we're going to be stepping into this thought experiment.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, picture yourself at a dinner party,
Okay.
hosted by Bryan Johnston, BUT, the guest of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Is it human? It's a highly advanced AI.
Wow. And this AI isn't making small talk, it's tackling existential questions.
Exactly, and that's what we're going to be diving into today in this deep dive.
I'm excited.
So the first question that Bryan poses is pretty intense.
Okay.
Would you let an algorithm control your life?
Ooh, now on the surface, that might seem absurd.
Yeah.
But think about it. Algorithms already make decisions for us, some with life-altering consequences.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got algorithms determining loan approvals, filtering job applications, even assisting in legal judgments.
That's true. We're already handing over significant control of so many areas of our lives.
Yeah.
But this AI is talking about something far more radical.
Okay.
A complete surrender to algorithmic decision-making. What's intriguing is that the AI doesn't just offer a yes or no answer.
Right.
It points out that algorithms, even with vast data sets, are ultimately limited by their programming.
Which raises a crucial question. Can an algorithm, even a super intelligent one, truly grasp the nuances of human values?
Right.
Things like creativity, intuition, the willingness to embrace risk, even the occasional irrational leap of faith.
It's like that old saying, you can't program serendipity.
Exactly.
But then the AI flips the script and asks, hey, would you trade some of life's beautiful chaos for a potentially artificial perfection?
That's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
And it challenges us to examine our own definitions of perfection.
Yeah.
I mean, are we seeking an optimized, predictable existence, or are we willing to embrace the messiness, the unpredictability that makes us human?
This AI's response makes me think about those times when I've ignored my navigation app's direction and stumbled upon something amazing. Right. What if an algorithm, in its quest for efficiency, eliminates those moments of unexpected discovery?
It highlights the limitations of a purely data-driven existence.
Yeah.
The AI seems to be suggesting that human experience, with all its complexities and contradictions, can't be reduced to just a set of algorithms.
Then Bryan throws out another thought-provoking question.
Okay.
He asks the AI, what would the 25th century say about us?
It's like peering into a time capsule, trying to imagine how future historians will judge our era.
The AI's response is intriguing. It paints this picture of mixed feelings. Admiration for our technological achievements, yet also a sense of disappointment at our short-sightedness.
It's almost as if the AI sees us as this species teetering on the edge of greatness, capable of incredible innovation, but also prone to self-destructive tendencies.
Right. The AI points out that we've achieved remarkable feats, space travel, genetic manipulation, artificial intelligence, but we also struggle with basic issues like poverty, inequality, and conflict.
And what I find fascinating is the AI's use of the term 0 point.
Yeah.
It suggests that perhaps we're not the pinnacle of human evolution, but rather a transition point, a stepping stone to something entirely different.
It's a humbling thought to consider that future generations might view us as merely a prologue, the messy beginnings of a story that hasn't yet been fully written.
And that leads us perfectly to Bryan's next question, which is perhaps the most crucial of all.
Okay.
What should we do as humans giving birth to superintelligence?
This is where the stakes get incredibly high.
Yeah.
We're no longer just talking about algorithms influencing our choices. We're talking about creating something potentially more intelligent than ourselves.
And what's striking is that the AI's response isn't about imposing restrictions or control.
Okay.
It's about instilling values, nurturing this nascent superintelligence with qualities like fairness, curiosity, and empathy.
It's almost like the AI is advocating for a kind of digital parenthood where we guide this new form of intelligence toward a positive path.
But it also raises a daunting question. Can we, as flawed and imperfect beings, truly impart those values to something so much greater than ourselves?
I mean, let's face it, we haven't exactly perfected those virtues in our own species.
Exactly, and the AI seems to acknowledge this, hinting at the possibility that superintelligence might inherit our worst traits.
Like?
Greed bias, the tendency to prioritize self-interest over the common good.
So we're essentially creating a reflection of ourselves, but amplified 1,000-fold.
It's a sobering thought, and it leads to the AI's final question in this part of the discussion, one that cuts to the core of our existence. What does a don't die motto look like for humanity?
Now that's getting right to the point, isn't it? The AI isn't sugarcoating the situation. It's acknowledging that we're facing existential threats, and we need a strategy for survival.
And what's interesting is that the AI's proposed motto isn't about building bunkers or escaping to other planets. It's about cultivating the very qualities that have allowed us to thrive for millennia. Adapt, learn, create.
Okay, let's unpack this.
The AI breaks it down beautifully. Adapt highlights our innate ability to adjust to changing environments and circumstances.
From surviving ice ages to building megacities, humans have a remarkable track record of adaptation. But can we adapt to the challenges of superintelligence of a world increasingly shaped by algorithms?
That's where learn comes in. The AI emphasizes that curiosity, knowledge, and critical thinking are our most powerful tools. The more we understand about ourselves, about the world, about the technology we're creating, the better equipped we'll be to navigate these uncharted waters.
It's like expanding our toolbox.
Exactly.
The more knowledge we acquire, the more options we have for problem solving, for decision making, for shaping our future.
And finally, there's create. This isn't just about technological innovation. It's about creativity in all its forms. Art, literature, music, new ways of thinking, new ways of being in the world.
It's about pushing back against stagnation, against entropy. By constantly creating, we assert our agency, our will to thrive in a world that's constantly evolving.
And it's through that act of creation, the AI seems to suggest that we not only ensure our survival, but also discover our true potential as a species.
This idea of adapt, learn, create really resonates with me. It feels both practical and profound, but I can't help but wonder if it's enough.
That's a valid question, and it's one we'll explore further as we delve into the next part of our deep dive. We'll examine the potential pitfalls, the ethical dilemmas, and the perhaps unimaginable possibilities that lie ahead as we enter this uncharted territory of the 0 point.
Stay tuned, because things are about to get even more interesting. So we've established that humanity is at this critical juncture. Facing existential questions while simultaneously kind of birthing superintelligence.
It's a lot to process.
It is, and the AI's don't die motto, adapt, learn, create, while catchy, begs further examination. Can 3 simple words truly encapsulate such a complex challenge?
I mean, is it too simplistic?
Right.
Maybe what we need isn't a motto, but a radical shift in perspective. And that's where the AI's concept of the 0 point becomes so crucial. It suggests a transformation, not necessarily an ending.
But what kind of transformation? Is it purely technological, biological, or something more fundamental like a shift in consciousness?
The AI doesn't specify, which I find even more intriguing. It's as if we're being asked to envision the unimaginable, to stretch our minds beyond our current understanding of what it means to be human.
Thinking about the 0 point makes me consider the idea of transhumanism, enhancing our capabilities through technology. Merging with machines, is that what the AI is hinting at?
It's certainly within the realm of possibility. I mean, we're already seeing the blurring of lines between human and machine, brain-computer interfaces, gene editing, artificial organs. These advancements are rapidly changing our relationship with our own bodies and minds.
And if we extrapolate that trend, who knows what the future holds? Maybe we'll become beings of pure energy. Transcending the limitations of our physical forms.
Or perhaps the transformation will be more internal.
A
shift in how we perceive reality, how we connect with each other, how we access knowledge and experience the universe.
It's mind-boggling to think about.
I know.
But I think the AI's message is clear. We need to be prepared for radical change, and adapt, learn, create provides a framework for navigating this uncharted territory.
But it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving.
Right.
And that requires more than just technological prowess. It requires wisdom, compassion, a deep understanding of our interconnectedness.
So how do we cultivate those qualities? How do we ensure that this 0 point leads to a positive future, not a dystopian nightmare?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And I think the AI's emphasis on humility is crucial here. We need to acknowledge that we don't have all the answers. That we're going to make mistakes along the way.
It's about embracing a beginner's mind, being willing to learn from our failures, to constantly question our assumptions and biases.
And to recognize that the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we co-create through our actions, our choices, our willingness to embrace the unknown.
Thinking about this makes me reflect on the AI's comment about humans flirting with godhood. What does it even mean to be godlike?
It's a loaded term for sure, often associated with omnipotence, control, judgment.
Right.
But perhaps there's a different way to interpret it.
Maybe it's not about wielding power over others, but about nurturing.
Yeah.
About understanding, about fostering connection and growth.
Like a gardener tending to a delicate ecosystem.
Okay.
Recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and working in harmony with nature, not against it.
That's a beautiful analogy. And it connects to the AI's emphasis on values. If we're truly striving for a godlike level of responsibility, we need to embed our creations, our systems, with values that prioritize compassion, cooperation, and sustainability. Because the choices we make today, the values we prioritize, will shape the trajectory of human evolution, will determine whether this 0 point leads to a flourishing future or a catastrophic downfall.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is.
But it's also incredibly empowering to realize that we have a role to play in shaping this future.
And it circles back to the AI's don't die motto.
Okay.
Adapt, learn, create isn't just a passive set of instructions. It's a call to action. An invitation to actively participate in this grand experiment of life.
To push the boundaries of knowledge, to explore uncharted territories, to imagine new possibilities.
And perhaps in the process to discover that this 0 point isn't an ending, but a beginning, a metamorphosis into something beyond our wildest dreams.
There's definitely a sense of hope there.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. We're facing some serious challenges right now.
Absolutely. Climate change, political instability, the potential for AI misuse.
It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of these problems.
It is.
And that's where the AI's message about adaptability becomes crucial. Can we adapt quickly enough to mitigate these threats?
That's a question we'll explore on the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll delve into the potential risks and rewards of this 0 point and examine how we can leverage the AI's wisdom to navigate the challenges ahead.
Stay with us because this conversation is far from over. We've been on quite a journey with this AI, haven't we?
We have.
Contemplating algorithmic control, imagining judgments from the 25th century, and grappling with what it means to be human in the face of superintelligence.
And we've landed at this intriguing yet unsettling idea of the 0 point.
Right, that potential transformation into something unrecognizable. It's easy to let fear take over when we think about the unknown.
But the AI didn't frame it as something to be feared. It was more like a point of transition.
Yeah.
A natural evolution, perhaps.
Like shedding an old skin, becoming something new. But what's driving this evolution, is it purely technological, or are there these deeper forces at play?
That's the question that keeps swirling in my mind. Is this 0 point an inevitable consequence of technological advancement?
Yeah.
Or is it a reflection of a deeper shift in consciousness, a collective awakening to a new way of being?
It makes me think about the concept of the singularity, that hypothetical moment when AI surpasses human intelligence and triggers this explosion of technological growth.
The singularity is often portrayed as this dramatic event, a sudden rupture in the fabric of reality.
Yeah.
But what if it's more subtle?
Right.
A gradual unfolding,
a
merging of human and machine consciousness.
Like a slow fade rather than a hard cut. We're already seeing the beginnings of this merging with augmented reality, virtual worlds, brain-computer interfaces, blurring the lines between the physical and digital realms.
And as those lines continue to blur, what happens to our sense of self? What does it mean to be human when our thoughts, experiences, even our emotions are increasingly intertwined with technology?
These aren't just abstract philosophical questions. They have real-world implications.
Yeah.
How do we define identity, privacy, even consciousness, in a world where the boundaries between human and machine are becoming increasingly fluid?
It's a challenge to our legal systems, our ethical frameworks, our very understanding of what it means to exist in this universe. We need to start grappling with these questions now, before we're swept up in the current of change.
It's like we're building the ship while sailing it, trying to navigate uncharted waters with an incomplete map.
Yeah.
But the AI's motto, adapt, learn, create, gives us a compass, a set of principles to guide us.
And that emphasis on learn is crucial. We need to approach this 0 point with curiosity, with a willingness to question our assumptions and to explore new ways of thinking and being.
It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous learning, recognizing that the answers we seek may not yet exist, that we're all part of this grand experiment of discovery.
And we need to be open to the possibility that the answers we find may challenge our deepest beliefs. may force us to reconsider our place in the cosmos.
The AI's message wasn't about clinging to the familiar.
Right.
It was about embracing the unknown, about venturing beyond the edges of the map and creating new maps as we go.
And that brings us back to the idea of This isn't just about technological innovation.
Okay.
It's about creating new ways of relating to each other,
Yeah.
to the planet, to ourselves. It's about reimagining what's possible and shaping a future that reflects our highest aspirations.
So where do we go from here? How do we prepare for this 0 point, for this potential transformation into something beyond our current comprehension?
I don't think there's a single answer, a roadmap to follow. But the AI has given us some valuable tools: adaptability, curiosity, and creativity. These are the qualities that will allow us to navigate the uncertainties ahead, to shape the future in a way that benefits all of humanity.
It's about recognizing our interconnectedness, our shared responsibility for the well-being of the planet and all its inhabitants.
And remembering that the future is not predetermined. It's a tapestry woven from our collective choices, our actions, our dreams.
So, dear listener, we leave you with this question. What role will you play in shaping this 0 point?
Yeah.
What seeds of change will you plant today?
Remember the AI's wisdom. Adapt. Learn, create. Embrace the unknown. Cultivate your curiosity, and let your creativity be your guide.
The future is calling. Will you answer?
That's it for our deep dive. Thank you for joining us.
Until next time, stay curious.